I know that they're not going to do Kraven right.
No.
I know that this is going to, like I said when we saw the first fucking trailer, and the film's been like rewritten since then. But in the first trailer, it came across as we wanted to do like kick-ass action film, and we just put a strong IP behind it. Which
Yep.
means they're not caring about the character properly. It's not going to be good. And I've already seen, which has concerned me even further, someone on Twitter tweet. Actually, let me see if you can remember this. Can you remember what my biggest problem with Madam Web was?
Was it? It was either that we got the suit / outfit for like 2 seconds.
No, that wasn't my biggest issue. There was a problem that was a lot bigger.
Oh, wasn't it that the power shit wasn't really explained or something?
No, it was the ADR that they did. So the villain's
yes.
entire performance was ADR. They redid it all in post. And it was the worst ADR I've ever experienced in my entire life.
Oh no, they've not done it again.
Someone tweeted, good to know the people who did the ADR for Madam Web have got more work.
No.
It cannot physically be as bad as Madam Web.
How is Sony, who has a reputable audio department and like Sony Music and all this, how can they be bad at ADR?
It's insane. Do you know what makes me even more annoyed about that though?
Go on.
This film was delayed for what? It was supposed to come out August 23. So what? 15 months of delays? So they could do extensive reshoots. How the fuck do you still need a load of ADR after that? Especially when the director had the balls to come out in an interview and say, please don't judge us based on the other Sony films. Give us a chance.
Which I said, if you're having to say that, we're not going to trust you because...
Like, I hate this because I try and be a positive person and go, I'll give it a go, see what I think. Or maybe I don't come across that way, but that's how I try and approach things with like an open mind. And maybe
no, we do, but
I just don't see any redeeming qualities about this. I mean, Aaron Taylor-Johnson will act his arse off and he'll try his best. I'm confident of that. If the script fundamentally misunderstands the character, what are we doing?
I am still going, like, take your mind way back to when this film was first announced and we got the first trailer and there was the rumor of the vegan Kraven and all this. I still believe the reveal, or like, you're going to come out of this and go, his dad is Kraven and he is trying to take on the mantle, and they want that like the character that should have been Kraven will be his dad, and Aaron Taylor-Johnson is just a son that's tried to take on the mantle. And I think that's what you're going to come out, and I still believe that'll be the case. And I think the only way of enjoying it is, and I might actually go see this one just to suffer.
You've got to suffer this one with me, yeah. You've got to avoid Madam Web. I think it's time for you to bite the bullet.
I think I'm going to try and go in with the mindset of, this isn't Sony, this isn't Marvel, this isn't Kraven, this is just an action film.
Treat it like a Fast and Furious film.
Yeah.
Don't question anything.
I can accept and enjoy Fast and Furious enough because it's like fast car. and here's the thing,
I do think if they literally just last second rebranded this and went, it's not Kraven the Hunter,
it's just the Hunter.
It's Ivan the Assassin, I feel like I might enjoy the film. But fundamentally, I'm going to be sat there pissed off that they've misunderstood Kraven the Hunter.
Yeah.
And another bit that pissed me off is the director's come out and said, ideally, I want this to be a trilogy, and I want the last film to be Kraven's Last Hunt. People who don't read comic books, that is completely fine. You're still allowed to enjoy superhero media. Not everyone has to read comic books.
Mm-hmm.
However, stop fucking throwing Kraven's Last Hunt about as, oh, that should be Spider-Man 4. No, fuck off. Oh, that should be... No, fuck off. Kraven is not going to meet Spider-Man in this film. If you want to do Kraven's Last Hunt, you need to do a Spider-Man trilogy where he fights Kraven in every film, and then the last film can be Kraven's Last Hunt. The entire point of Kraven's Last Hunt is he's dying of fucking cancer.
Mm-hmm.
He's never been able to get Spider-Man, and he finally tries his fucking best to get him. You cannot do that in a trilogy when Spider-Man's not even in the first fucking film.
Yeah.
You can maybe get away with it being the first and third film, and the second film being something else. Maybe. But you sure as shit can't get away with it when Spider-Man's not even in the film.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, I mean, we'll get into it in the news, but yeah, I think I'll walk out of this film and go, that was a fun action film. Wasn't Kraven though.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I genuinely do believe I'm going to go. They have just called this a Kraven film for the Spider-Man IP to try and make a bit extra money.
Mm.
And they could have actually just made it like a completely different film title, kept the film basically beat for beat the exact same, and I would have thought it was an okay film.
Yeah, I guess we'll wait and see.
I hate being angry about a project I've not even seen so much. I want to be, for better or worse, like doe-eyed positive about everything. I want to just try and be excited for stuff, and I just can't for this.
This is Sony for you. Though, put it this way, there was a point where we weren't this bad with DC, but there was a point with DC where we were like, we know this isn't going to be that great. And look at us now. DC's starting to we've got us hyped again. There's potential in the future that we are excited for a Sony Marvel project. It's most likely MCU Spider-Man, but
and don't get me wrong, there is like if I'm pleasantly surprised by this film, I will happily eat my own words.
Yeah.
I want nothing more than next week to sit here and go, I was so wrong about Kraven, they fucking nailed it. I would love nothing more than to do that. But unfortunately, when it comes to stuff like this, I'm never that wrong.
No, and Sony's track record doesn't really
help.
Yeah.
It doesn't sell the idea of this is going to cook.
It doesn't. But I guess we'll wait and see.
We will indeed.